Hi everyone, I'm Jack Moylan and today I'll be answering your questions. So Sam asks, the funniest player in the squad. He's guessing Conor McReynolds. Yeah, there's some really funny lads. Conor's definitely up there. I think the Scottish lads are quite funny. But for me, it's got to be Freddie Driver. I think he's just so strange and so funny that it's just, he tops the pile for me. Nathan asks, how are you enjoying the season so far and what is your target for the season? Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's been good. It's obviously I've been in and out of the team, so it's been quite hard in that aspect, but when I'm getting on, I'm enjoying it. And target for this year is definitely get promoted. I think that's the target in the dressing room. It's the vibe that we have at the moment, is we want to go up and we want to be in the championship next year, and it's definitely the buzz around the building as well, so that's definitely the target. Tom asks, what is your favourite goal you've ever scored? God, for Lincoln I'd say the first goal against Barnsley was really good, and then probably of all time I scored a goal with my old club with Chelsea in the second last game of the season to win the game. That was one of my favourite goals ever. Conor Malt asks, hat-trick or last minute winner? So you can say hat-trick and you could lose the game, so I'll have to say last minute winner, I suppose. This is rich now. Mark Dignam, typical. When is he going to buy a new golf cart? The one he has is shocking. It's quite funny coming from one of the worst golfers I've played with, but yeah, my golf gear is not the greatest, but it probably suits the way I play because I'm not really that good. I pretend I'm better than I am. So, Owen Dawson asks, what is your golf handicap and who is the best golfer at the club? Tyler Walker's supposed to be the best. I haven't played with him, but from the lads that have played all the time, I'd say myself or Eric Ring, we'd usually take the least amount of shots, probably 14 when we go out and play, so Eric Ring's very good. I'd say I'll give it to him at the moment. Paul asks, favourite goal in that game against Barnsley, Maisie run or the 40-yard rocket? It would have to be the Maisie run for me. I think the 40-yard rocket could have went anywhere. I've tried it many times and it's ended up in Rosehead, so yeah, I'd say the Maisie run is probably my favourite, a bit more like me. So John Fowler asks, favourite moment in an Imps shirt? Yeah, probably that game against Barnsley or the Cambridge game, because I had family over for that one, so it was good, it was enjoyable. And then Tom Hamer's winner against Blackpool a couple of weeks ago was really enjoyable. I think that was a proper team moment that everyone was delighted. Cornell asks, what is your best memory from playing in the League of Ireland? Probably just playing with Shells. I loved it. It was such a good club, such a family club, such good people in it. And we got to Europe during the last game of the season, so yeah, just being around the club and having that memory and that bond with the club. Owen asks, were you genetically engineered to only score screamers? Definitely not. I've scored a lot of ugly goals and I probably need to score a lot more. I've scored a few good goals for Lincoln, but I'm due a few really bad ones. Katie Swift asks, why the peanut? I think it was this second day I was here, someone from outside the club said, who was that peanut, when they were looking at me, which is probably fair enough. It's quite the image of one. So second, third day of coming into the building and it just stuck. I think everyone calls me it now, and I actually really enjoyed it because it was my first week and I kind of felt settled that the lads were able to have a bit of banter with me and slag me, so it was part of the group straight away. Corey James, teammate you'd most like to sit next to on a 10-hour flight? Oh, so very few. I'd say two of the older lads, maybe Pock and Conor McReynolds, just because I liked they have good stories about when they were playing, and obviously Pock being Irish, we can relate to him a bit more. Yeah, I think two of the older lads for the stories they'd have. Logan Evett says, who is your idol in football and why? Great question. I'd have to say an Irishman, maybe someone like Roy Keane. I just think, like, growing up, you hear stories about him and you watch him, and even watching him now, listening to his podcast and stuff, the standards he had and the standards he drove. Might not have been the world's best player, but he was well able to hold his own in any game because of the way he believed in himself and his attitude that he had. And the last one, Tamia asks, what is your pre-match song? Yeah, actually, I don't have one. I don't really have any rituals or superstitions. I don't really, not that I don't believe in it, I just don't have it. I think it just gets a game of football. You know, you gotta love it, you gotta enjoy it. You can't be waiting on a pre-match song to get me in the mood. So. Yeah.